Dear students, in this lecture, we are going to discuss about a very special structure which is known as placenta. Placenta is a feto-maternal connective. Feto-maternal means it is having a part which is contributed by the fetus and a part which is contributed by the mother. So this is a feto-maternal connective tissue which will help in making a temporary connection between the fetus and the mother so that the development can take place throughout the gestation period. We all are placental mammals, means this placenta is developed in our body during the pregnancy, and what is role of this placenta and how it is formed we have to discuss in this lecture. So here in this diagram I have shown this red color layer as endometrium. You can see it also here in the simple diagram. This is the endometrial layer and this is the actually decidua part of that endometrium that I have told you that when the pregnancy has established, then this endometrium undergo further thickening to form a temporary endometrium that will be shed during the parturition or the birth process. Means there are two types of endometrial layers in the uterus wall. One is going to be intact after this parturition process, but the other layer is going to be shed off when the childbirth will take place. So that decidua part of the endometrium I have shown here. So this endometrium, you can see in this endometrium I have shown in this diagram that some finger-like structures are making a connection with this lining. But are these finger-like structures? These are the chorionic villi. I have told you that the chorion, the extra-embryonic membrane, the outermost membrane, it develops some finger-like structures. These finger-like structures, they are going to help in interdigitation, means locking of the blastocyst in the wall of endometrium. So, suppose this is the endometrium and these finger-like structures are going to form these spaces. Spaces, how they are going to create the space? Because the chorion will secrete some enzyme and start eroding the wall of uterus. This erosion will create spaces in this structure. Okay, these spaces are known as the lacuna, and this lacuna, these spaces, in these spaces the villi, they will enter and get interdigitated, means they get locked in these spaces as I have shown in this diagram. So if we are going to see it in detail, this is the same endometrium or the decidua. This decidua has some spaces I have shown in this region. Spaces. These spaces were not present in early condition. They are created by these finger-like projections, these villi. The villi have penetrated in this endometrium by making spaces for them. And these spaces are known as the lacuna. And these lacuna are having, because this is actually a ruptured lining, this space is created by rupturing that lining. So I have also shown here that this cavity is not empty, but it is filled up by blood. Here I have shown the blood. This black color dots, they are representing the blood which is filled in the space of endometrium. How this space is created? This is created because of the chorionic villi. They released some enzyme and make a space in this lining so that they can fit in these spaces. So very important thing that you have to note down here. First thing, which lining is eroded by this chorionic villi? it is the endometrium, and especially you can, if you are going to give it a specific term, you can call it the decidua bacillus. Okay, so this is decidua bacillus, and this is eroded by the chorionic villi. Now this chorionic villi, they are surrounded, you can see that they are surrounded by the blood vessels, the blood which is filled in this cavity. The villi are floating, they are submerged in the blood of the mother. That's why this structure which is having two types of tissue, you can see the chorionic villi from the fetal part, the extraembryonic membrane, and this lining here, this is also having the maternal area also. So this tissue having this chorionic villi, the space, the blood which is belonging to the mother, and this wall, this complete this area, it is known as the placenta, because this area is formed by contribution by the fetus as well as by the endometrial wall of mother. That's why it is known as the foetomaternal connective, and this is the placenta. You should remind that the blood vessels of fetus or the mother, they are not in direct contact with each other. It is not that the blood vessels are entering in the endometrium. No. First, the wall of this chorion, this is a barrier. Chorion, and chorion is surrounded by the blood, and then the endometrial line. So, if there is going to exchange of material, it will be not directly, but it has to, first of all, for example, here the food present in this endometrial wall blood vessels, it will first of all come into this lacuna, this space, and then it will enter in the chorionic villi where the blood vessel of the fetus are present. Okay, so these are the finger-like projection chorionic villi, and then these chorionic villi are having, I have shown here, a network of blood vessels. This network of blood vessels is actually contribution of allantois, another type of extraembryonic membrane. So if we call what type of placenta we are possessing, there are few words that we use for this placenta. It is deciduate type. Why deciduate? Because when the birth of child will take place, when the fully grown fetus is going to have birth, in that case, this part, decidua and this chorion or this common tissue, it will be shed off, it will be removed from the body. So it is a temporary tissue, it is deciduate type of placenta. It will be removed from the body with the birth, at the time of birth of the baby. Then it is also known as metadiscoidal. It is metadiscoidal, why? Because it is a disc-shaped structure. It is, in early stages, the embryo is surrounded by, when the size of embryo is very small, then the whole of the decidua is covering it, but after when the growth period extends, then it is, this placental tissue, this common tissue is restricted as a disc-like structure. That's why it is known as metadiscoidal type of placenta. It is also called as hemochorionic placenta because you can see that this chorion structure, the villi, they are submerged. They are floating in the blood. Hemo means blood. They are floating in the blood of the mother. Mother's uterus wall where the spaces have been created. That's why it is known as hemochorial type of placenta, and it is also known as chorionic allantois placenta. Our placenta is chorionic allantois type of placenta. Why? You can see that this tissue is formed by, this common tissue is by a part of fetal extraembryonic membranes and a part of the mother's uterine wall. So you can see that which membrane is contributing in formation of this tissue? It is the chorion. That's why it is known as chorionic placenta. But why we are also adding a word allantois? Because the contribution is also in the form of this network of blood vessels, and these blood vessels are formed by the allantois. That's why this part, this tissue is having endometrium from mother, chorionic villi from fetus, and these blood vessels, they are again from the fetus. Two membranes are contributing in this formation, chorion and allantois. And this disc-like structure is then again connected with a stalk. This is known as the umbilical cord. Fetus is having a stalk-like structure. That stalk-like structure is having a network of blood vessels. This network of blood vessels in the form of that stalk, it is attached to the fetus wall with the help of this disc-like structure that we call as placenta. I hope the structure of placenta is clear to you. Now come to the very important part of this lecture, that is the role of placenta. Placenta, as you can say, that it is actually a sort of bridge between fetus and the mother that will help in exchange of various types of material. So we can assign two types of functions, like one is exchange of different types of materials which is necessary for its development, like it helps in providing nutrition to the developing fetus. Anything that mother is having in her diet is going to pass to that fetus also, and this passing will be taking place through this placenta. Placenta will help in helping the fetus to get the nutrients from mother's blood. So it helps in nutrition, it also help in excreting out waste material from the fetal body, because the fetus is not having its digestive system or nervous system or excretory system, means it is not having proper developed systems, it is in developing stage. So it is actually a type of parasite. It is totally dependent on her, on its mother during the gestation period for all the sort of things like nutrition, excretion, and exchange of gases like carbon dioxide from fetus will be it will be removed through the blood of mother, and the oxygen from mother blood will be given to the fetus again through this placenta. Okay, the nutrition, excretion, gases exchange, these all are going to take place through this bridge, and also this placenta is helping the fetus to get antibodies from the mother's body. Mother is developing some weapons, some proteins which help her to provide immunity, but these developed antibodies are also going to pass into fetus and provide the fetus a sort of passive immunity. It protects the fetus from different types of diseases. So it is also helping it to protect from the diseases, and it also stores the glycogen or the fat. It also helps in storage of food for the fetus. So these are the exchange type of functions in which the various materials are exchanged with fetus and mother. But it has endocrine role also. What is endocrine? Endocrine role means the placenta is also going to secrete some important hormones which are very much necessary for development of this fetus. I have got some of these hormones like XII. XII full form is human chorionic gonadotropin. This human chorionic gonadotropin is the hormone which is released by this chorion, and this will help in maintenance of corpus luteum in the ovary. You know that corpus luteum is very important structure which was formed by the rupturing of graphene follicle. That corpus luteum releases a hormone, progesterone, and progesterone is necessary to maintain this lining. This endometrium is very much important layer because it is the layer through which connection of fetus is maintained. And who is going to maintain this lining? Who is going to thick this lining further throughout the gestation period? It is the progesterone hormone. And secretion of progesterone is maintained by maintaining corpus luteum, which is maintained by HCG. So HCG helps in maintenance of corpus luteum so that progesterone can be secreted. Then HPL. HPL full form is human placental lactogen. Because you know that after just the completion of gestation period, when the birth of that infant is going to take place, then it will need the nutrition in the form of milk. So it is necessary that mother should, or that pregnant lady should prepare herself for the lactation period. So this HPL will help in placental lactogen. It is helping in developing the mammary glands, enlargement of the breast size, and also it is helping the mother to become sensitive to, it decrease actually the sensitivity towards the insulin, so that the glucose which is flowing in the blood vessels in mother's body can be given to the fetus. More and more food can be diverted towards the fetus. So HPL will help in development of the mammary glands. The next hormone is the progesterone. Now, but if I am going to ask you what is source of this progesterone, who is going to release this progesterone, then we have heard that the progesterone is released by the corpus luteum, but this is the hormone which is also released by the placenta also. So both corpus luteum and placenta, they are releasing this progesterone, which is known as pregnancy hormone. Why pregnancy hormone? Because it is the hormone which will maintain this endometrial line. And then the estrogen. Estrogen is also, we have previously heard that it is released from the follicular cell in the ovary, but here placenta is also going to release this hormone so that size of external genitalia can be increased. They are actually preparing the female reproductive system for the parturition process, and it also helping enlargement of the uterus size so that the developing fetus can be accommodated in that space properly. And the chorionic thyrotropin. This chorionic thyrotropin hormone will stimulate the thyroid gland to release the thyroxine, which will increase the basal metabolic rate of mother so that more and more nutrition can be diverted towards the developing fetus. So out of these hormones, if I am asking which hormone you can find in the body of that pregnant lady, only what type of hormones we are going to find only in pregnant lady, then you will say it is HCG, HPL and chorionic thyrotropin. These are released only during the pregnancy time. But you also have to remember that during pregnancy, progesterone and estrogens are also releasing, but these hormones are the regular hormones of female. They are also released when the female is not pregnant. So only pregnancy hormones are HCG, HPL, chorionic thyrotropin, while the hormones which we can find in female blood when she is not pregnant, that can be the progesterone and estrogen also. One more hormone that we have to remind here is the relaxing hormone. Because ovary is going to release two hormones, progesterone and estrogen, that we have studied. But ovary also releases a very important hormone, relaxin, during the parturition process. When there will be gestation period completed, then relaxin will be released by ovary, which will help in relaxation of the pubic joints. There is pubic symphysis. The pubic symphysis joint will be relaxed so that parturition can be smoothly take place. So these are the hormones secreted by the placenta, and you can quote them in the endocrine role of placenta. So I hope this lecture is clear to you.